Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is Genshin Impact, and this is one of my favorite idol animations ever. I think top 5, right? Which is Columbina on this crescent moon getting rocked back and forth. It is a really, really cool animation. Today we're going to be doing a world quest, and I've gotten back into doing the world quests. We did one recently as well that was to do with Ilua, and we're going to be doing another one here as well. I'm not sure exactly where to find it, but I think there is a new location on this map. So maybe that's where we'll find it, but I'm not quite sure, because usually we'll get an indication if there's a new location just by looking on the map and we'll see some stuff, but sometimes it could be like hidden in a different location. Because I'm imagining like for like, say some place like Enka, for example, when that was first introduced, I imagine it wasn't just like on the map. You know what I mean? You had to find it. So maybe it's not just on the map itself. Nope. Wait, what? It's in Mondstadt? What? No freaking way. That is so huge. All from Cider Lake. That's so huge. Guys, is that not just massive? Wait, is that it? What the hell, man? I mean, here we go. We're going to go into a new location in Genshin Impact, and it's beside Mondstadt. You know what's so funny? Like, I think it's because Mondstadt was like the first place you were. It feels grander when like there's a new location here. I don't think I haven't had that in my. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Holy hell, this is gorgeous. And look at that over there as well. Like, I think it's because like Mondstadt is like, I've never had an area be added onto Mondstadt, but you guys, some of you guys were around when they added like Dragonspine and they added areas over here, of course. But for me, it's always been like adding onto areas that have already been like, I it's one of those things where like I already like they're already there by the time I get to them in my original playthrough, which is still the same playthrough, or they get like new areas added, like say this area over here, and then the resort, and then also like up here in like Nod Karai, right? But I've never had an area be added onto Mondstadt. That's so crazy. Oh, look at this. It's so pretty. Oh, wrong button. Gorgeous stuff, man. What the hell? Man, this is absolutely stunning. Holy hell. Holy freaking hell. How we're going to do this, by the way, is we're going to be doing this in parts. It's going to be maybe 1 to 2 to 3 parts. Well, not one wouldn't really be a part, it's just a whole. But you know what I mean. It's going to be like maybe 2 or 3 parts. I'm not sure. We'll see what it is, how I feel comfortable with it anyway. We're going to take our time with this. We're going to go through it like with and enjoy it. We're going to enjoy the heck out of it. And that's the way we're going to be doing things as well. Because obviously there's exploration to do as well. Because look at this, man. This was like Millhaven, it's called. Millhaven? And it's like so close to Mondstadt. I mean, I guess it is Mondstadt, is it? Holy hell, this is gorgeous. With this music as well? I am really, really excited, man. So excited. The music here, man. Oh my god, you know what this is giving? Second RPG town in a JRPG. You know, the one that's like so peaceful and so magical? It doesn't really have the most shops, but it does have like a lot of personality. This is gorgeous, man. It's so pretty. I'm not sure exactly where I don't know if that's the world quest up there as well. I might have to like look it up and see if that is the world quest. But I'll find out. If you see a cut, it's probably me going to find out where the world quest could be. Because I glanced at like how to find it, but I don't think it's that. I'm not sure, but look. Oh, hey, Water, look up there. The weasel thief just swiped. Oh, I got soon. I gotta find this world quest. The music here is so like really cute and light, and it's like fairy-like and magical. I want to activate this up here as well. Oh my god, what's that over there? What? Oh my freaking god, are you serious? Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's like a castle town. This is not right, guys. What the hell have they given us here? Genshin, are you sure you don't want me to pay for this? People are like, Calvin, you're a shill. You, for this? Yeah. This is stunning. I'll be a shill. Do you need my wallet, Genshin? This is incredible. Ah. This looks amazing. Statue of the Seven. The world opens itself up to with those with noble hearts. Wow. So I'm guessing this is... Wait, look at that there. Look at that. I'm guessing that's like the main world quest if they're showing that on the map like this. I'm guessing that's what... There's someone here? Not this one either. Hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to find my way back. I only remember that I need to find the Anima Archon statue. I don't remember anything else. Your way back? I have a vague sense of homesickness, but I can't remember anything at all. When I woke up, the only thing I had was a note in my hand that said, "You are Mauki." Mauki? So I suppose my name is Mauki. I should be going now. Goodbye. Do you need help with that? Is this another quest that you can do as well? What a strange person. Doesn't seem like a bad guy. Oh. What the hell? What? Are you alright? What was that? Did that look like the stuff with, at the start of the game? Right? Like the squares and stuff? No way. I had a strange vision. A strange vision. Could it be the person that touched the statue just now? There's no way, right? Is this the world quest? Because if the reason I say, oh, look at the light coming from the windmill there. The reason I say is this the world quest is because, like, people were saying it's, like, pretty peak. People were saying it's pretty amazing. Etherwing Moth. Like, if that was what I thought it was, then that would make sense that this be part of the world quest as well, right? Man, this whole town is incredible. Are you kidding me? This is so amazing. Oh, and there's like a port as well. How did they explain this, by the way? Did they explain it in the actual, like, was there like a... if they don't tell me in the game, obviously tell me. But in the live stream, do you think they said, like, you know, this town was always here, or this town just appeared? Because, like, I wonder if it's like one of those things where just, like, you wouldn't be, like, too against them just being like, hey, yeah, like, you just never went here. Because, yeah, you don't go everywhere all the time, you know? There's new places to discover all the time. This is great, man. There's still a touch of Mondstadt, right? With everything. Oh, there's, like... Why is this bridge so nostalgic, even though it's not our bridge? Wait, what are you doing? You jumping off the water? Oh, the bridge? I didn't expect to see such a perfect jumping platform here. As a Metsi, people of the Springs, oh, nice, okay. You should own your martial arts skill constantly, just like Tupac, Kokonina, and Ukana did. Even if you're recovering from injuries. Wait, sir, just stay calm and let's talk this through. If you jump this height, even a professional diver from Fontaine would definitely get injured. Oh, yeah, bro, don't do that. Yeah, let's not do that. He's cute, though. Fontaine? That's right. That's where the great hero Uneko's lover was originally from. He chose to plunge in the sea only for a reunion with his beloved, much as I've decided to. Throw yourself into the sea? No way, I'm not letting you do this. Exactly, miss. Don't underestimate the swimming skills of Metsi, the people of the Springs. Hey, don't pull me. I mean, here's the thing. This poor soldier there, by the way, looking awesome as well. Wait, do we know Eisenhart? If you drop from this height, you probably might die. Time to feed the ducks. Timmy? I'm guessing the world quest in the middle here might be the world quest we're looking for. Man, it is obviously still Mondstadt. There's Mondstadt soldiers here, right? Is that Mondstadt? Yeah. But it's obviously maybe a different section of Mondstadt. This bridge is so cool. This whole location is so cool. Forgive me, like, I don't mind looking at things in the nighttime. I'll just... We got dogs? We got dogs? What is this place? I'm gonna like transition this to like the daytime just because like I think that like some places look better in daytime, some places look better in the nighttime. Let's just be real. It's just the truth. Fontaine looks better in the daytime, but also looks gorgeous in the nighttime in my opinion. Sumeru has a beautiful nighttime vibe, I think, sometimes, but also in the searing heat, it also looks cool too, but I think it looks better in the nighttime sometimes. Natlan in the daytime, 110%, right? Inazuma, I think, has a beautiful nighttime vibe, right? 110%. But also the midday for Inazuma is gorgeous too. But I want to see it in the daytime as well. Dornman port, so it's a port town. So this it must be a port for Mondstadt. Yeah, there are port towns around the world as well. That's been a thing historically. Oh my god, look at this. Oh. Genshin, what the hell? I'm in love with this place already. This little port town. You okay? My balloons. Where are they? Do you want to get... Did someone take your balloons? Do you want me to kill them? Your armor's so cool. That's so interesting to see Mondstadt people with guns, but I guess since it is like a port town, they do a lot more trading here, I guess, so maybe they need a little bit more firepower, possibly. That is the Mondstadt armor. Maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe I'm mistaking myself a bit, but who knows. The fact that the world quest was so prominent on the map makes me feel like that is the world quest, but we'll see. We'll know very quickly. Because I'm doing this in parts as well, like I'm just like, oh my Jesus, what the hell? Oh, the colors of the rooftops and everything. This is the music. Oh my god, the music. I'm telling you, this is second RPG town. I'm telling you. This is stunning. Guys, this is amazing. Oh my god, even like I know like Mondstadt has like cobbles too, but like look at the way the cobbles are here. They've done such a good job with this. This whole place looks amazing. This actually might be like my favorite, like one of my favorite, if not like it has to be one of my favorite locations in Genshin. Like it's so gorgeous. Holy hell, it's so pretty. This is such a great location.
The lonely sail shines with white light.
And there's another windmill up there. There's a port over there. Let's go and see what this world quest is about up here and see if that's what it is. Because again, when I was trying to find out what the world quest was, I did like, try to find out like where it possibly could be, but I just don't remember. I'll probably remember. I think there was like a dude, you know? But we'll see. Here? Is it? Some people won't listen. I already told you, now's not the time to go to the mountain. Easy there, old man. Let's calm down and talk this out. We were getting along just fine earlier at Night Brew. But the moment I mentioned heading to Windrest Peak, he grabbed me and dragged me all the way here. Great outfit. Love the beret. It's not a beret, it's like a conductor's cap or something, or a train cap. Oh, Huffman, what's going on here? As you can see, old man is trying his best to keep you away from Windrest Peak. Anyway, let me introduce you to this. This is Lippard, an adventurer. The music, man. This is insane. What I saw, what I felt, it was terrifying. Surely you don't wish to hear it. Doesn't look like I'm going anywhere today, so let's hear it. Consider an extension of our drinking and bragging session from earlier. So what sort of great peril are we facing here? The Sanatorium's haunt. What? I saw them ghosts in my eyes. Send me there. Let's go. Ghosts? It happened last night. There's actually... Wait, we're gonna get a ghost story? A legit ghost story? No way. What? And there's the dog as well? Are we playing as him? No way, we're getting a haunted sanatorium story in Genshin? Slow down, Abdul! Slow down! And this dog as well? What's that, a Sunsetia? A fox must have brought it from Windrest Peak. Hope it's not nesting inside. And there's the statue as well, by the way. This is such a great visual as well. They're doing a lot more first-person stuff in Genshin, right? They did it with Linnea's story quest as well. But this is way smoother. No, it's not. The actually, the camera angle's still slow. No, yes. Oh, that was quite a scare. Everything just breaking down here. Ghosty go. This place is taken to... Wait. A weasel, just like we saw before. Well, it looks like I don't really need green gas anytime soon with the weasel burrows. They're the worst to fix. Never mind. Let's think of more doing. Yes, let's let the poor man deal with this. What's the... And it's such a horror thing to do, to have like the dog notice the ghost beforehand. Come on, Abden. Why are they barking at the cemetery? The cemetery? I'm so in love with this. You howl and send to dead. Wait, at the send to dead. Okay. Wait, what's that? What did you find? Did the bed just move? What the hell? What was that? Just a lizard. Yeah, they still have that. It's a big problem with the world quest. They keep skipping. The dialogue goes by so fast. Where you going, happening? The music here is even perfect as well. Oh my god, a cemetery? What a great environment as well. I love a cemetery in a game. In real life, I don't go often. You know what I mean? What? Oh my god! This is so freaking cool. And that's how it happened. I swear it on my paycheck. And the responsibility that comes with it. Weren't you bemoaning how little you make as a doorman? I'm not just any doorman. I oversee demolition work and cultural heritage preservation. Though the pay is bad, well, I swear on my reputation at the tavern. Honestly, though, like I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of spiritual thing going on here. There's always been spiritual stuff in Genshin, and also like I want to do, like, you know, you guys know me at this stage. I've talked about it like many times. I don't believe in, as you guys know, I don't believe in, I don't believe in ghosts, but I do like the idea of ghosts in the story, right? That's for sure. A most serious oath for us Mondstadters. I should really investigate it myself, but I still have to meet up with the Knights expedition, who return to Dornman port. Sorry about this, traveler, but could you check the sanatorium for me? My pleasure. As I said, I don't believe in ghosts, but in real life, but in games, send me there. Send me there, man. I'd love to get a bit scared. Kind of sort of scary story like this usually means something bigger's at play. Then what about super scary stories? Truth behind those is usually basic scientific facts about how superstition can be harmful. It's fine. I know my way around a fight either way. That's true. Even if it isn't just even if it's not like a ghost, like, and something else, we can still like fight it 100%. True. We've run into ghosts before. Most of them are actually pretty easy to talk to. True. So there really are ghosts in this world. No. It's all just strange elemental powers and scientific phenomena at work. In that case, I won't go today. I'll just stay at Dornman Port and have some drinks. Man, okay, let's see if this is the... I think that is the name of the quest. Yes, I think that is the name of the quest. Okay, we found it. Such a sick start to this. The perspective of, like, the first-person stuff. The idea that there's a ghost in the sanatorium. The girl staring at her own grave. What an amazing way to start this, guys. Yeah, as I said, we'll be doing this in parts, because I'm going to be taking my time with absolutely everything. For example, if we come across areas I want to, like, explore, we're going to explore them. If I, like, want to, like, look over here and check everything, we're going to do it. We're going to do it like, how do I say it? Like we always would. Like we always would. We're going to take our time and say what usual world quest is like one of those situations where, like, we haven't done, like, a really long world quest in a while. The last world quest we did was long, but it wasn't long as, like, the other world quests we do. Now, this world quest is a bit longer than most quests we do in this game. So, as I said, we're going to do it in parts, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. For sure. Let's head up here. And I trust you guys, and you guys have been like, man, this is amazing, which the world quests usually are pretty freaking great in this game. So, like, I definitely don't want to ever, like, rush it or anything, you know what I mean? Not that I ever would. That's one thing that you don't get in the Roamer channel is a rushed playthrough, you know? Oh. What's this again? Oh, this is new. What? Wait, hold on a second. This is new. Okay, I was like, what, do we know this? In certain areas, you'll be able to, you'll sometimes encounter these wondrous Harpastra imbued with the authority of space. After interacting with them, you can transform briefly into a plume moth. In this form, you can continuously accelerate through the air, by holding sprint or the ascend button. Breaking through the cocoon, when sprinting or increasing altitude, the plume moth's stamina will be consumed continuously. When flying through wind rings, your flying speed will be increased temporarily. Okay. When coming into contact with a special bellowing harpastrum, you will fly a fixed distance in a set direction. Okay. So we have to do the sprint button. And we can do this, we can ascend, I guess. Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong button there. Okay. 1 second here. Let me try this again. So X is to ascend. Okay. Sorry, guys. Triangle is to get out of the thing there. But I guess we can head up here this way as well. Man, what a cool mechanic. Okay, we have new mechanic. Hello, little beauties. How are you? Look at you guys. Beautiful like reindeer or something, or whatever they're called. Elk? Who knows? Scientific mystery. You guys are so cool. Just naturally grazing here. Let's take a look out the view here. I think I want to keep it nighttime even though the view is... Is that Fontaine? That's Fontaine. It's so cool. We can see Fontaine from here. Very cool. Welcome to where time stands still. No one leaves, no one will. Sanatorium. Sorry, guys. Had to bring Metallica into this. I forget how to use this team, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I usually go bam. Bam. Am I wrong in saying it's doing this? I genuinely like don't remember fully what to do here.
Observe. Close your eyes.
I think that was correct. We'll take it, regardless. Yeah, man, this is a really great location. It's really fantastic. Oh, here they are, look. Man, I remember when I first saw hilly trails in this game, it was like such like a new and fresh thing, and now they're just like second nature, right? They're just like, oh, I guess we can use it over here. They're just like any other, they're almost like the air itself. It's just like, it's so natural to see them now, you know? And then sprint. That's so fun. That's just really cool. Like, it's just really like, just simple. It's just like, hey, what if we like, enemy? It's like, hey, what if we let people just fly for a bit? This location's awesome, though. Look at the Sanatorium on the hill. That's so like, I mean, like when you think of like, Domain Keeper, when you think of like horror movies, I think the most famous one where there's like a house like on a hill, because I think houses in horror movies became super important as time went on. They weren't always like, because a lot of times it was like legitimately
Close your eyes.
Dracula, you know, and it was a house on the, it was like Transylvania on the hill. That's what it was like. It was always like a staple. It never stopped being a staple. Then, like, you know, with the Bates Motel with Norman Bates and all this stuff with Psycho, right? Then you had another famous house, which was the Myers house, became very famous as well with Michael Myers, which is another big thing with the house as well. Then you had in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, they tried to make a really big deal out of the idea of the, and 3, I guess, as well, the Elm Street house, which is another big thing as well. Became a big idea for like a home. Not on it. Oh, is there fog? Is there fog? That's awesome. That's so awesome. The Elm Street house. And then also Scream did that in like, I feel like they did that in like the remakes, right? Where they were like making a big emphasis on the idea of like, that's Stu Macher's house, right? And all that stuff too. I'll probably put a spoiler warning there just so I don't spoil anything for people in with horror movie stuff. But yeah, like it's a big emphasis in anything like the idea of like a house on the hill. This is very like traditional horror in a lot of ways, which is a good thing, by the way. It's really cool.
But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.
But this time it's a sanitarium, which also was another thing that was like usually a big thing in horror, which was the idea of like it was locations that made people feel uncomfortable, and sanitariums and hospitals make people uncomfortable. Let's wait till nightfall. Yeah, 100%. It's time to go. I think they're definitely trying to lean into the horror here, 100%. Which I think in recent years people have like done less and less of, like, you know, because I think it's right to do less and less. Like, you know, when people used to do like institutions for like mental health and stuff like that as well, like, you know, and stuff like that too. They used to always have them in horror movies, but then people kind of were like, hey, like, I think it's kind of like a bad stigma to make these out to be like, you know, because some of them can be poorly run. I might want to make this clear, but I'm saying that like in terms of like the people in them, like making them out to be scary was always like not a very nice thing. So now people have kind of shifted a little bit as well, and they don't do that as much anymore, which is good. You know what I mean? You don't want to stigma on people like who are going through really horrible situations and are not in their coherent minds, right? But I love horror movies, I really do, and I love the behind the scenes of horror movies. I love talking about all this stuff as well. I love the feeling that like a horror thing in Genshin can give me. Look at the fog out here as well. It looks so freaking cool. It's just amazing. It's really, really cool. It's just really, really cool. We have to wait until nighttime. Sorry, I was just wandering around the place. And we have to explore the areas here as well. Maybe the bed where we found the thing. Maybe we do this thing that we never use. Oh, chest. Maybe it's a TMI.
Offering.
But I was talking about it in Half-Life recently, but oh, the cemetery. It's so cool. We'll talk about the TMI later. Because holy hell, man, the vibes of this location. You know what's so cool about it, though? I like it. It's not just like, type of spooky, look at this. It's like, no, it's a cemetery, which like shouldn't be something that's just inherently spooky, right? But it obviously is in horror movies as well. It's a spooky thing. The music isn't scary right now. It could get scarier, but like we're entering here kind of like calm because it is just a cemetery, right? It's as we thought. There's nothing in the graveyard. Old man must have made a mistake. There's that gravestone. Look at the portrait on this grave. The girl was so young. There's a sad story behind this one for sure. 110%. Are you friends with my sister too? Your sister? Whoa. You look exactly the same. Look at the traverse. But he felt like, he definitely felt that there. Sister? Oh, so you've got to be the younger sister of the person buried here, right? Well, are you also our friends? I don't think we count. You scared the old man at the gate last night, so the knights sent us to investigate. I see. Well, I'm just here to look for her. I didn't expect that rumor to be true. So, again, she's saying that wasn't me last night, I guess. A rumor? That those who go to the Sanatorium will stay there. Something similar. In her letters, my sister said the Sanatorium was about to close, and she was going to somewhere far away. Maybe she went traveling on the world or something? No, wait, her gravestone is right here. Sorry. Again, I think it's actually like very natural that they put this type of stuff in here, because again, yeah, Paimon put her foot in her mouth here, but this happens in life, man. It's all right. Before I came, I thought the same thing what you did. It took me some time to prepare myself before I could come here for answers. I might have arrived a bit too late last night and ended up frightening the old man. So she did fright. Okay, that's fine. It was her. Please help me pass on my apologies. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. It's okay. Paimon totally gets you. Just gotta explain it to everyone. You'll be fine. It was a little late last night. I'd planned to ask the old man about the situation, but he fled without even looking back. For now, I want to look for traces of how she lived her life. Perhaps that will lead us to some clues on why she would. You know what? Let us help you. It's getting late, and the sooner we finish, the sooner we can head down the mountain. Right, Wonder? By the way, what's her name? Do you not want to give your name? What is it? Is it an embarrassing name or something? In that case, Paimon can give you a nickname. How's that sound? Well, Paimon's great at nicknames. Wait till you hear this nickname where she's going to give you. No, it's just I'd planned to... Well, I came to say goodbye. Oh, okay. Zeitland? Alright then, let's have Satan look around together. Shall we, Traveler? Shall we wander? Okay. Great introduction of a character as well, right? Like, just like, having like kind of a little bit of a spooky moment, but then explaining like why he might have seen a ghost at that point too as well, because she does look like exactly the same, right? Yeah, this is a really cool environment, especially with the rain pouring down. Like, it's perfect. I don't know if the rain is intentional and it happens with everyone's playthrough. If it isn't, lucky. If it is, well done, Genshin. Really cool vibes. I can tell this is already going to be like maybe an emotional story. Wrong thing? Oh, what am I doing here? This is it. But it's in this area, right? Search for traces. Music here is very gorgeous. The TMI I was gonna say, by the way, is that like I had my ear, like I couldn't hear in one ear for a bit, and now I can, and I can hear everything, and it's crazy. That feels very strange. I can hear Kazuha mumbling to himself. That's how strange it is. Maybe we shouldn't just look maybe we should look over here first. On the other side, because if we can find this over here, then we might have an idea of what we're looking for. Right? Oh. A stack of paper. First sheet written in bold, sweeping strokes to Koch. One of my family members came to apologize. In theory, I really should have held my ground. But guess what? He showed up with my newborn grandson. So I'm leaving the sanatorium. The burial plot and headstone I bought, they're yours now. No, you can't refuse. I've already settled everything with the lector here. Every inch of that plot is yours. Good thing the headstone hasn't been engraved yet. It's a deluxe model, mind you. You should find a photo of yourself looking particularly dashing and put that on there. 100 years from now, let's find each other again in the wandering winds of Mondstadt. Actually, never mind all that. I'm getting out of here. And you're bound to recover soon enough. I'll see you at the tavern down the mountain. Bauer, 6 feet tall, 68 years young. Second sheet written in a different hand to my fellow patients at the sanatorium. Let's all congratulate old Bauer on finally making peace with his family. The old man went to great lengths to prove that he was done with him. He even dropped a fortune on the burial plot right here in the sanatorium. Now maybe there was a genuine shred of resolve behind the decision. Personally, though, I'm chalking it up to a moment of madness. A cocktail of heat, of the moment brain fog, dementia, and a sprinkle of old age paranoia. And I don't mean to make light of dementia. It is a heavy burden, of course, that many of our fellow residents carry. A serious condition that deserves our attention and care. Do take good care of the elders in your family. Yes, I know it's a serious topic that affects a lot of people here, and I know my grandmother knows a lot of people that got dementia, and she, the way she always talks about it is like, and I don't hope this, it's just from her perspective as someone seeing her friends get dementia as well. Like, she's like, it rips her apart more than than like an actual like death does sometimes, where it hurts her so bad, you know, even thinking about it. Now that he's made peace with his kin, he's gone and signed the grave over to me. But I don't want it. It's morbid as hell. I doubt any of you want it either. A grave is a pretty cursed gift to be looking around. Since my lungs should be fully treated soon, and I'll be heading down the mountain any day now, I'm officially releasing my claim on the plot and the headstone. First come, first served. No, I came out wrong. If anyone happens to need it, no, that's even worse. You get the point. Yeah, it's like saying, like, hey, if anyone got anyone that's gonna die, to my companions in recovery, come find me for a drink when you're well again. Coach, who's been changing careers and never stepping foot in the mines again, once he's out of here. Third sheet written in yet another hand. To my fellow patients in the sanatorium, tombstone carving has been my family's trade for generations. Whether it's the Liyue style, Mondstadt style, or Inazuma Sotoba, I can carve and inscribe them all. We're officially recognized by both the Wanshang Funeral Pyre, which is great, and Liyue and the Church of Favonius. Yes, of course. I'm available for inscriptions, though only until I'm cured and out of here, free of charge. Totemgrabov, who does not know the Gravedigger song, ask me one more time, and I'll carve a curse on your tablet. What's so interesting to this here is, like, what a way to like legitimize you by saying, like, you know, Hu Tao is it says your work is good, because again, she actually takes pride in her work as well. So, what are we getting from this? Someone's leaving the sanatorium. They have a headstone that they bought at a grave place that they left. So old Bauer making peace with his family. He wanted to prove that he's done with them. He paid money on the burial plot. That's what Bauer was saying? Because they wronged him in some way, and he should have held his ground, right? But they showed up with his newborn grandson, and I guess he caved in a way. But he gave up the burial plot, and here, so he had dementia. Or maybe he was just joking that he had dementia. I don't, because again, he's saying I don't want to make light of it, but and he gave this person a grave as a gift, and that was Koch who got the gift. And then Totengrav said he can engrave stuff on the stone. Is that correct? Okay. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take a bit to obviously we're only starting, so understanding everything is going to be very different. Must be meant for sanatorium patients. This is all for sanatorium patients. Okay. Where is she now as well? Say them, are you waiting for us here? No, I think something feels off, yeah? Oh my god, was that always so far away? It moved way further away and it turned around, right? This place looks different from before. What happened here? What the freaking hell? What the freaking hell? What the freaking hell? I am Nylita, Watcher of Nothingness, the Open Eye. What the hell? What portal did you come out of? Look at their arm! No one will travel from distant realms, return ye for the Sea of Stars. Greeting, I bid you. What the hell are you talking about? Look at his arm! Oh my freaking god. It knows you, but I don't know it. As it should be, we dwell within the watchtower of the world. We were never meant to meet, or even across countless ages. What the hell are you talking about? Yet I have now fallen to mortal realm. For one purpose alone, I beg you ascend to the high heavens and free Ionis from the past of their inverted fates. Please touch the Animarchon statue over there. It is a gateway to lead on to the heavens. This is insane. This is insane. Wait, can't you see there's an ordinary person here? I don't think they care. What is this design as well? Like, look at the arm. Are you sure Zaylin is supposed to hear these things? At least let's take us take her back first. Inconceivable, you really came. Wait, what? What? Oh my god, guys, that seems exactly like what happened to us. Remember this? Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. What the hell? Please remain calm. I merely placed her under my protection, so that she shall not suffer any apathic afflictions after ascending. So you are bringing Zaylin with us? She has her own journey to embark upon. When you reach the temple above the sky, she will be restored. What the this is insane. This is so insane. Hey, hold on, we never agreed to some strange place like that. Let's Zaylin out first. This is not some strange place. It is the seat of governance above the skies. It is, its name is Segment Domain Tau, or perhaps, let's us use its lost name. The Temple of Space. And what it just did earlier. With the same thing that happened to the Temple of Space? That is correct, it belongs to the god who once appeared... No. No way. Who once appeared before you, my creator, within the temple, you shall find your answers? Please take this with you. What the hell? It's kind of cute. Could you explain what it actually is, guys? I'm going crazy. The Watcher does not explain. The Watcher observes in silence. One's safety may be guaranteed. It will restore Zaylin. Don't just assume. Just assume where we're going. You're just going to looking to dump responsibility for this onto someone, aren't you? Noble Outlander, are you willing to go? Man, I'm there. There it is again, talking to yourself and dodging the question. You haven't been making any sense for a while now, you know? Wander, you know what he's trying to say? The Temple of Space. I will go. Huh? Sure, if that's what you want, then Paimon will go with you. I love that Paimon's just so game for it, right? She was terrified before. She's like, if the traveler's going, I will go with you. Where'd it go? If my airy discourtesy has stirred anger within you, come at me with blade in hand and I will wait. Whoa. He's like, if you want to, we can fight about this. What the hell, man? And did you see his arm? Did you see his arm? Holy hell, man. This quest is going to be insane. So, the traveler wanting to go here so quickly, by the way, is such a great story beat. It's so freaking great. right? Because again, like, it makes sense that Paimon would be like, what the hell? I'll go, but like, what the hell? But as soon as he's heard the word space, and like, of course, that relates to so many things now in the Traveler's life, right? You could say, like, you know, from the Shades trailer, the way that they described Asmodee, right? The whole idea of, like, you know, space, them creating space. They created space wasn't it like a destroyed space or something like that? What it was as well? Obviously the thing as well, like, that we saw from the start of the game, which was like us getting like transported to a different location through those blocks as well, and that happening to Zetland as well here also. And then of course, like, you're talking about the spaces in where we met up with Lumine, and then you're also talking about the fact that, like, we came from space. Like, there's so many things there to make you go like, yeah, let's go right now. I'm really interested to see where this is gonna go. Really interested. So how do we get here? Oh, like, just we fly there? Great freaking start to this world quest. Genuinely though, I was they just walked us here. Genuinely, I was expecting like more of like time with the horror, like sanatorium aspect, but oh my god, the whole place is like covered in like this red spatial stuff. I'm actually always excited to do a quest in Genshin, but this is just so cool. Look at the statue, man. Is a portal? I think. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. This is like such a staple of Genshin now. The Traveler flying through different areas. We've seen it before, right? I think one of the first times we saw it was in like Fontaine. Remember with the world quest with the Narcissus cruise? Holy hell. We're flying at a distance as well. Holy hell. And we're getting wet. So technically it's like water, but in like air, I guess. Look at how high it's going. What the hell? It makes a massive structure like just floating unseen above Mondstadt like this. It's just above Mondstadt? This freaking opera music in the background? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Oh my god, look at the... Wait. Does this look like the start of the game? Like the opening... No. Is it? Is this the start of, like, you know when they did the title screen for Genshin? Zealand, are you alright? Is it? My sense of time is a bit off though, like a very long while has passed and yet also just an instant. That sounds like a familiar friend. So the same thing that happened to the Traveler happened to Zealand. You felt this way before? It wasn't true. Plenty of misfortune too. How long has it been for you? About 500 years. This had like it's too reminiscent, right, of the start of the Genshin opening, right? Has so much time passed already? Oh, he's talking about the time weirdness stuff that happened to him. That said, Paimon's not sure if 500 years is accurate at this point either. Whoa. As for this time, it's only been about 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, for this time. Okay, 10 minutes or so, yeah. How long is... that's how long it's been. Say. You never asked us our names. Yes, when I tried to call for help just now, I realized I just know what to call for. Oh, that's actually really interesting, isn't it? Not knowing someone's name but wanting to call for help from them. Sorry, first I was planning to. Well, never mind. I already know that you're Wander. What about your pet? This is not my pet. This is my best bud in the whole world and my guide. Hey, Paimon's not a pet. Paimon's Wander's best guide and companion. Yes, Paimon's not a pet. Tell her. Look at this angle here. And if you're gonna make another corny joke, you can stuff it. This, by the way, this is what I was saying like all the time. Paimon like legitimately, like will say you can stuff it to someone for saying like the bare minimum. You know what I mean? She like, and again, that's what I love about Paimon. I've always said this since the beginning of Genshin. Paimon would literally start a rivalry with a broomstick if it fell over the wrong way. You know what I mean? If it fell over and woke her up during the night, she would go around and try to argue with the broomstick. Well, hello, Paimon. Hello, Wander. Not because, by the way, she thinks broomsticks are inanimate objects. I'm saying because she's so like determined to, you know, snark back and talk back. Well, make sure you get back down safely, but for now, we don't have any leads as to how. We'll make sure. So let's keep moving forward. We need to find someone and ask them what's going on. Look at this. Look at this. I don't remember like the towers with all the blue in it from the opening cutscene or the opening title sequence, but again, I haven't watched the cutscene in a long time, but like even if it's like not one-to-one of what I remember, like, oh my god, the music here. The music's so incredible, but like even if this isn't one-to-one, like there's no way they would do this if it wasn't trying to be at the very least, at the very minimum, reminiscent of that stuff. At the very minimum. Oh, and like this as well, like come on. And again, it's not the same animation for like the opening title screen or like, you know, in that way, but it still is the building of a bridge like in the opening of the title screen, right? Like the title screen doesn't have the railings on it, but like you're not going to do a bunch of white pillars like this jutting out of the freaking clouds in the similar way to the title screen and to the opening cutscene if you don't mean it, right? In some ways. This is incredible, guys. This means this is going to be super important. This means this is going to be so important. Oh god, guys. This is going to be... Look at this place, man. And like, look at this. Are you kidding me? Like, this is for sure going to be some, like, Asmodee stuff, right? For sure. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. This is such a, like, a... I wouldn't even say the word magical, because it feels very, like, godlike, otherworldly, right? It doesn't even feel like, oh, this isn't, like, mystical, or like, ooh, how pretty. This is, like, this is heavy, right? It's very heavy. I was gonna say as well, like, as I said in the first part of this, like, I can hear fully now when I couldn't hear before. Doesn't look like I can go any further. I need to just look at the title screen because I haven't looked at the title screen. I know it's like that's there's no like edges on the bridge here. There's no like pillars that have like, you know, that purple goop in it, but I'm saying just the vibes for sure. But yeah, like it's so interesting how like I can hear everything so nicely, even though I could hear things before, but now I can hear things like so. Oh, whoa! Probably wasn't expecting this huge space behind the door. We're saying the word space again. Look at the moonlight coming in here as well. I mean, Genshin always does lighting really well, though. This music is so stunning, like Jesus Christ. Statue over here as well, and once again, still those blocks. Oh, whoa. Wait. Is that a Inazuma painting? Wait, what? In the areas of the Temple of Space, after selecting an object within the temple, you can hold and drag your skill to drag with that object along the space-like vector. After dragging for a certain distance, maintain that distance for a while. Unlike space-like vector is fully charged. Release the skill button at the moment to trigger the spatial folding and change the state of various objects. Okay. So I guess we're dragging these statues here. Yeah, am I wrong in saying the background is very Inazuma? No, it's actually like... Maybe it's just because it's the type of style we would see with the paintings in Inazuma, but like it also like reminds you a little bit of Leeway as well. Really interesting. There's a bull over here too. There's a dragon over there in terms of a statue. There's... Yeah. So I'm guessing we dragged them to here? Oh, over to here, sorry. This is so interesting. You may go further. We also gave you a chest. You're amazing, Palmy. You're amazing. That strange person didn't even mention your name. But don't worry, Paimon's gonna give you a great nickname. Let's go with Dex. Yeah, it's interesting. It could just be like a reused asset for sure, but there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, there's like a glass over it. What is happening? What is happening?
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey.
You tell him. You tell him.
Please, I insist.
Whoa, wait, that's Fontaine. Wait. Is this like a zoo for, like, places in Tava? Because this is very, like, this is Fontaine, right? And then over there, I guess, would be Inazuma? Right down there? Is this a freaking zoo? Like like different, like, for different locations? Like, look at this. That's very Fontaine. Like the clockwork stuff as well. Take that chest, no problem. That's so interesting to me, man.
Not to be sniffed at.
Maybe I'm wrong. It could be a situation where I am definitely wrong, but I'm like, I don't know. It's really interesting already. I trust Genshin to do something really amazing here, though. I really do. Oh, she's calling the hand Dex, by the way, which is really cute. It's really, really cute. Wait, look at these statues. And there's a harp there as well. Are these? They're not Remirianites, are they? I forgot what Remirianites kind of look like, I suppose. But there's a harp here. That would make sense. It would be Remeria, right? With the musical stuff. Is it Remeria?
How the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
I keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, like, and as well, by the way, right now we're using this team, which is a team I haven't really gotten to use fully yet, because what's been happening, I find, in Genshin lately, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I think everyone's probably noticed, but what's been, whoa, look at the freaking spine here, like of a dragon, a dinosaur. Well, yeah, this is a great location. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like they've started like letting you use the actual characters in the actual level more often than not. Is it frozen in time? So like what's been happening is that like say like you'll be playing as like Varka and you'll get to play as Varka. You get to play as like, you know, character. Now in the Linnea story quest we did get to use our characters a bit, but a lot of times we were kind of just not even fighting in that level as well. So I think more lately within story quests, Archon quests, they've been having less and less time for you to use your actual team. So this is one of the rare times I actually do get to fully use the team. I'm not complaining about that, by the way. I like the idea of like the feeling of getting to use a temporary team. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, look at this. What the hell? Is this Sumeru? Or is it just different plants around Tiva? What the hell are we seeing here, guys? Elemental cubes. Oh, they look tasty, actually. Sometimes the keepers of Temple of Space will compress exhibits into... Exhibits! Okay. Bit of a spoiler there, I guess, baby. They are exhibits. But again, I don't think it's like much of a spoiler, since like we kind of like, you know, got it. That's so funny having a tutorial there explaining, like, you know, everything we're seeing through a tutorial. But then again, like, it's fine. We know they're, like, clearly it's exhibits. Clearly it's like a zoo. We said it was a zoo. So it is like a zoo, and there's something called the Keepers of Space. I guess we're gonna have to find out what that is. Whoa, there's someone here.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey.
They look terrified. Hello? Humans? I thought the uplifting had already ended. Uplifting? More cases like Hilda's then. No, wait, perhaps you were simply unlucky. Newcomers have only recently passed the trial of the apathic interval, maybe. Greetings, newcomers. My name's Astoria. I hail from the age where the Dark Dragon King rent the sky open, and you're the Dark Dragon King. What sort of age was that? Anyway, call me Wanderer. The Dark Dragon King, they're not talking about... Like, because we have a lot of, like, eras, like, of dragons, right? But, like, I think you would be, like, maybe, Nibelung? Nibelung? But wouldn't we like know that, I guess? I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, call me Wonder. Paimon's Paimon. Zealand. So you're wait, you know her name? And Dex is pointing, yeah, you got it. Ah, Dexter, you're here as well, so they know Dexter. Now I understand, you must be people of the present age, in which case you have come to reinforce us. Reinforce? Why? That was quick. Also, Dexter's real name is Dexter, huh? Is it your friend? No, we call it Dex too, but it sent me a secret signal. Oh. As such, I'm usually using more official, more impressive sounding name. Dex is such a better name. Hey, Water Paimon wants a formal name and a secret code too. You're cutie patootie. Always. But now's not the time for such talk. Since Nanita has sent you up here. That was the guy who sent us there, yeah. That means it's finally our time to strike back. Wait a minute, we're still confused. How confused? More confused than I was the first time I looked upon Escher's paintings? Does the name ring a bell? He's from a very long time ago. Surely not someone you know. You know what? Who knows? Maybe he was really was famous. That pisses me off. Why didn't I make my mark in history? You know what? Let's just call him Malky from now on. Malky. Malky. Paimon seems might have heard that before. Didn't we just... We did just hear it, right? Malky. This isn't the time for it. Was that in the one in the note? What were... Oh my god, guys. I'm already blanking on where we heard that in this mission. Malky. It wasn't the name of the old guy. Was it something in the actual notes themselves from the sanatorium? Maybe? I'll have to go back and look. Again, I have no problem saying that, guys, like, there was like a bit of a break in between the first part and this next part. I have no problem saying that. Malky. Let me ask you, do any of you have combat strength on par with Junior Remerian Centurion or higher? So yeah, Remeria, there it is again. Don't worry, Wander could beat up people just fine. Come on, then, let's head out and show what that pancration and maybe Makaira means to you. Pancration. These are words that we obviously hear a lot of, like, what was pancration again? I'm trying to remember, like, because again, it's always like, you know when you have something in your brain. It was some Fontaine, right? Something Fontaine. But you guys get what I'm saying. There's always like something on the tip of your mind, right? Where you're like, there's something here, you know? 110%. I'm guessing those guys are like the, keepers of whatever time or whatever it said in that tutorial there. For now, we'll just treat that tutorial that we got as like a, as like a tiny bit of like a document we found or something. You know, there's not much you do. There's no way I could have known that the tutorial was gonna say that stuff anyway. Yeah. Clearly, you know, putting stuff on display like you would put like a card on display or like an action figure on display, right? With this stuff like this for sure. Very clearly. Very cool location though as well. So you mentioned Maki and Escher. Was that from the notes we saw earlier? Was it from the notes? Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, they must have want me to go here then. No, it's this. Using the same mechanic. That's just really like good stuff from Genshin, right? That's like classic dungeon crawling stuff. Teach you how to use it through a casual method, then you get to use it on a door afterwards or something. So we're not confused as to what to do even. Not that it would be confusing, but you know what I mean. Not that it would confuse me. But there will be a lot of lore in this, I'm guessing, that like I'm gonna forget 110%. So like if you guys want to like refresh the memory, that'd be really cool. Are you joking me? Look how gorgeous this location is. Holy hell. It's gorgeous. It is. It's good. It's so beautiful. That's the center of the pillar of the Hall of Space. Now let's set a course for the heart of the world, a realm on reserve for the old and young and the ruler of fools. The heart of the world. Ah, stop. It's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's actually insane. Yes, come on. It's team huddle time. We have a strategy meeting to hold. Does the team include me? Oh my god, why are you so cute? Yeah, of course it does. Well, Paimon also got Astoria. Do you know how to send someone back down to the ground? I do. Then can you tell us how to send Zealand back? She's just an ordinary person. In the past, that would have been nearly impossible, but the temple's laws and order draw close onto collapse, making it now a trivial matter. You simply need to do me a small favor. Alright, but it better be small. Oh, it's simple. Smash a few crappy guards, rescue an old friend, and escort us back to the center of the Pillar Hall. That doesn't sound too bad. And you know what kind of god rules this place? Wanderer was looking for her. That's so funny because of the stuff that he saw with obviously his past and like what happened to him at the start of the game. This was once the sacred hall of the god of space, but she is nowhere to be found. The god of space. Okay. Are we thinking Asmodee then? Right? Because again, in the Shades trailer, when Asmodee shows up on the screen, they use the word space, right? That's what the elderly lady said as she was reading the story out. And then later on, they said that like about the space that Asmodee I think created or whatever that was kind of like being a bit nasty. So I wonder if it is that. That's what they're leading into here. After the mistress vanished, one of the two stewards fell from grace and departed. The one who remained, Milanta, grew increasingly severe with us. He did not descend into the mortal realm, but he descended into madness. That's a very typical thing in Genshin. Not because it's like, oh, madness again. Like, there's so much knowledge and crazy stuff happening in the world of Genshin that people going mad is like just very normal, I feel like. Does that mean the one that fell from grace is the self-absorbed Nelita guy? Correct. The Watcher introduced Dex to you is known as is one who departed, Nelita of nothingness. So it really was a big wing guy who talks to himself, doesn't care what people say, and changes the subject when we ask him uncomfortable questions. Look, I find my eyes. Does he really talk that much? No matter. The two of them were once divine pillars who watched over the world from the whole of space. So we're talking about Nelita is one of them. Nelita of nothingness, and then Milanta is the other one. So Milanta went to madness, and Nelita fell to the mortal world? Jesus Christ, is so pretty. The Temple of Space selects people and objects from the specific historical age or a now vanished civilization, using them as the smallest possible segments. So that's what it's doing down there then. So when we think it's collecting sections from the world itself, it's collecting sections from like vanished ages, I guess. Which why there must be like Romerian stuff down there, I guess, as well. And maybe there's like ancient either Liyue or Inazuma stuff. I know people are like having like you don't know the difference between Inazuma or Liyue stuff, but it's just more like, you know, the artwork is the type of stuff you'd see in Inazuma, but then there's like the boats that might be like, you know, also Liyue. I don't know. So using them as the smallest possible segments. Once elevated, the chosen... So, sorry, they said as well, a specific historical age or a now vanished civilization, so it can be both. So, like, I do think we have, like, Inazuma stuff. I do think we have, like, Fontaine stuff. It's clearly, like, a collection of things. Maybe even Sumeru flowers, too. Once elevated, the chosen are preserved here as living memories forever. So that's what that is. It's a living memory, all the stuff we've seen. That doesn't sound like a very happy fate. I suspect it was not originally designed as an eternal paradise or some heaven in the sky. Still, the God of Space sisters would occasionally bring things of interest into the temple and grant small pardons for active change. The sisters. Well, Paimon gets it. This place was a spotless but dull bookshelf that the sisters covered in stickers and stuffed with light novels. What a way to phrase it. So he's saying that, like, okay, it was not originally designed as an eternal paradise or some heaven in the sky, but it became that when people started bringing things of interest to the temple. And Paimon describes it as people putting stickers all over it. Then Melentia, driven by longing for his creator, reversed all the rules to their original form. He began purging everything that had changed, punishing anyone who broke from precedent. I gathered the courage to leave the relative safety of the temple center, hoping I might be able to save an old friend. But my lack of punctuation training caught up with me. I ended up getting chased by the guards and hiding in that spot earlier. Alright, that's the introduction. What's our plan? We fight our way through and save anyone we know. I'm going to take a screenshot here as well, by the way, just to have all this here. I don't think it'd be a bad thing to have here. Just so we can talk at the end, because again, we're gonna be doing this in parts, so like it's probably good to like have it like, you know, I'm gonna make sure I have this as well. It's probably a good idea to have like some screenshots from this as well, for sure. Looks like Melentia's the highest up the ladder we can reach for now. Hopefully we can get some answers from him. So what I'm gathering from that is that this place was not originally supposed to be a place where they contained all these type of memories and stuff, I guess like a little zoo in some cases. This was something different beforehand. And then Melentia changed that to then bring it back to like what it was before. So, and if anyone went against that, they would be punished. It seems like the god of space, like was brought. They brought the god of space things here of interest from different worlds, but this place was also used as like a place to house memories of ancient civilizations and other civilizations as well, because that's why we saw the stuff from Fontaine out there. That's why we saw, you know, the glass covering like the different artworks, you know, like in murals. It's from different civilizations down on the world itself, you know. Yeah, very, very, very cool stuff. And it might be, again, it's one of those things where like, you know, like we don't know exactly everything that's going on here yet, but it's a really cool idea. The idea of having like a container for like a lot of the world's memories and stuff like that as well, and like ancient civilizations and different worlds, and also the fact that like we kind of like, look at that, so pretty. We kind of picked up on it as well from, you know, they didn't just tell us right away like what was happening really. We picked up on it of like, oh, this looks like a zoo, right? This looks like a zoo for like different things in different parts of the world. Man, the music here is stunning. You know what it reminds me of? This is such a weird comparison. Late 90s Batman. And I mean that because late 90s Batman music was like some like incredible stuff. Late 90s like Batman was always like, holy hell, you know? Like, hey, we're making a Batman movie. The script isn't great. You don't have to pop off too much. And the composer's like, what if I do the most amazing thing you've ever heard in your life? What if I change everyone's life in an instant? Yeah, this is a gorgeous location. It really is. Obviously, they didn't have operatic chanting, and I mean more the music. Like, it is very like epic what they're doing here as well. Hello, it's me. You supply junk. Maybe we can decommission and scrap it. Wait, who's saying that?
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Josephias? Who's Josephias?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Green leaves
Who's Josephias?
Be silent, to dust. Observe, to dust.
I need to create more of a thing here.
Ultimatum protocol.
Close your eyes. Observe.
Investigate while we're getting like absolutely trampled here. Cool stuff. I'll take the chest, no problem. Thank you so much.
New material discovered. Records updated.
You tell him. The extraordinary relics display case. So yeah, that's what they are. They are just. Wait, what do you want? What do you? Wait, no! You want me to lift up the bridge? Oh, down. Okay, I thought we were lifting up the bridge. Oh, we have to do it on the other side too. That's so cool to bring the bridge to us as well. Oh, it's about to reset, so we have to be fast about it. Stop. This is so cool. This is all amazing. It's so cool. Is this Josephias? Well, well, if it isn't our great master of anti-self-determination, Josephus. So why are you here, cursing all who live?
Cut it out! Nobody dies in the Temple of Space.
How strange. Did you try testing that rule? Sir, anti-self-termination? Anti-self-termination, what does that, like, mean? Like, anti-self-ending your own life?
Keep talking, a new batch of guards will be on its way.
Alright, special times call for special treatment. I won't make fun of you. Wanderer, Zealand, this is Josephus. He's a friend of mine.
No need to be so sentimental. Everyone here is everyone else's friend.
Interesting phrasing.
If you can't come to love or be loved by everyone over such long periods of time, you'd be drowned in the world of sorrow.
So since they've been here for so long, it's like if you can't make friends with people here, you're gonna be in a bad way. I think it's so true. Because again, I always think of like like the Big Brother shows. I haven't ever seen one since I was like a kid, but like I always imagine like as soon as you don't make friends with everybody, if you've no friends in like an enclosed space like that for a long period of time, you'd be so depressed, wouldn't you? Come on, let's set our course for the heart of the world. A realm not reserved for the old or the dead or the rich or the poor. This phrasing as well. A realm not reserved for the old or the dead or the rich, for the rich or poor. So it's like no, not to, it doesn't discriminate. I've quoted that poem before. I like his eyebrows. Hands up who's got good eyebrows. Him indeed. Yeah, this is amazing. This is so cool. And it's like it's one of those things like when people say like world quests are amazing in Genshin, they really are. It's just always like a thing for me where like I don't always have. Oh no, chest! I don't always have like an immense amount of like time anymore, because again, it's one of those things with like I said the same thing when it came to like
New material discovered. Records
this is a great
updated.
location as well. I love this, man. How unique this is to this world too. Like the kind of like particle like sparkly windows. It almost feels like I'm playing Subnautica, but like in the sky. Oh, look at that too with the sunset, or I guess sunrise maybe. Really, really cool stuff. All the books around here telling a story as well. People were like really researching stuff here, frantically. The light is on, which means someone was reading just recently as well. Yeah, like I think it's one of those things where like not gonna lie, of course, like there's like a part of me that's always like, you know, man, remember the time when we did 4 Genshin videos a week? That was so fun. And it was so fun, right? But obviously just not feasible anymore with all the stuff we do. But it was a really, really nice and beautiful time. But everything changes, right? I've been afraid of changes. Whoa! She's being chased. Can we stop this before anything happens? Oh, we're being chased. And there's those blocks again, by the way. Yes, to hide in there. In the process of repeated exile of apathetic or infillible, why? What has she done to deserve this? It's gonna be at least 50 years before we see her. 50 years? What do you mean it's gonna be 50 years?
Surge. A new moon rises. Preparing for dust up. Insulation chamber deployed.
One with nature.
As usual.
One with wind and cloud.
Kazuha is, to me, one of the most, like, amazingly... I would want to say OP, because I feel like OP has different connotations for different people. But Kazuha, to me, is a character that, like, I've always said this, like, you can build the worst Kazuha in the world. You really can. And if you put him on your team, chances are you're not going to get to use your full team all the time, because he's just, like, he's one of those characters just, like, it's so hard to F up, like, using him. I find he's like that, and I think as well, like, I think he's one of those characters. There's other characters too that's like if you can't go wrong with using them, right? Like it's almost impossible. I think Fischl's like that for sure as well. But like with Kazuha, like I'm not the best player in the world, but like I can tear through things if I have Kazuha on my team. He's just really easy to use. Is she in here? When they said 50 years, they meant 50 years?
Brings a smile to my face.
So obviously time
to go.
is different here as well. Yeah, I can't get over how amazing this location is.
I don't want nothing for the teapot.
I'm guessing it's the same thing. Yeah, oh my god, we're making bridges as well, man. I feel magical. I feel like a magician. I feel like I'm doing so many crazy things now. Spatial dragging rotation. I'll take this, thank you. So we have to head over here.
Time to go.
Man, traversing this place is already fantastic. It's great. It's really great. Ah, very cool. Very cool.
Brings a smile to my face.
Man, I'm just sorry. I'm just taking in the music in the background. It's so heavenly. It's really gorgeous. Look at this location over here. So they look like books. Wait, are they books? I think they are books. I think they're supposed to be like stone gigantic books. That's really cool. I'll take this chest as well. Don't mind me.
Who says there aren't
These
benefits
missions,
to a
world
life of
quests,
wandering?
like used to be my main source of like getting different artifacts so I could level up other artifacts, right? But since I don't do world quests as much, I don't have as much. But they were always like a main, like when I did like world quests, like when, like the year when we were doing every like world quest in existence, I remember like legitimately like I would like never run out of artifacts to level up other artifacts because they give you like a chest every 2 seconds. It's great. Yeah, the music is heavenly. It's so cool. They could, do you ever like see locations in Genshin like this? It's like they could base whole games off of like some of these stories and locations and stuff, you know? And I hope it doesn't downplay it, but like, because this is an insane place and it's something we've never seen before, right? That's so incredible, right? Obviously, we have the vibes of the place, of course, it's different, right? We've been in the clouds before, for sure. For some Natlan quests too. Look at this location. It's so insanely pretty. But I mean this when I say this, like this location here is incredible. But this location would also be like the final area of like most amazing JRPGs where it's like, we're finally here. It's the Temple of Space. And Genshin's like, yeah, this is the recent update. Like, oh, yeah, we're gonna do something else in like 2 weeks. Okay, here, play this. It's like, okay, fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. And it's like, this is, again, any other game, this is like, we finally made it. The Temple of Space. Where the final battle will be. And Genshin's like, yeah, 6 point whatever. Yeah, this is 7.2, you know? I love it. I really love it the way because Genshin does it. It's like, hey, this is like, it's like, what did you do this week? We released an amazing, incredible game. And by the way, I hope it doesn't downplay other games, by the way. I know it's like a different thing with a different budget. Genshin has a budget that's absolutely insane and all this stuff. And you guys know I love JRPGs. I'm just making a joke here, right? I love JRPGs. I love getting to those final areas where it's like, we're fighting God. We're fighting this big, gigantic monster. You know, I'm a big JRPG fan. But I'm just trying to say that, like, Genshin, like, because they have the budget, because they have the team behind it, because they have all this, like, all existing characters where they can build upon and existing lore they can build upon, what they're able to do is, you know, this is a Tuesday for them. You know what I mean? This is just a Tuesday. Look at that, by the way. In lieu of flames, we have those blocks again. There was a time when I thought Istarop was behind the blocks, believe it or not. But I think the Shades trailer kind of, like, made that, proved that wrong. Which, again, I have no problem being wrong when my theory is 110%. Man, the feeling of this place as well. So cool.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
The wind knows me.
Beware the creatures.
Rare we get through that move. Hey, this is a good team. This is a really good team. I like this team a lot. Yum, yum, yum. We haven't gone to float around like Columbina for a while. Let's go around. It's a super, super location. Look at this. This whole place is freaking amazing. Talk to your companions. Kind of want to look everywhere as well, though. It's like so cool. So cool. And everything again made up of those red like time blocks. space blocks, I should say. Yeah. Let's head in here. Oh, my lord. It's safer here, I don't know why, but the suppression type guards can't get in. Organization type keepers usually don't harm people either, unless you're trying to steal relics, that is. Zealand, you've been gripping that suitcase this whole time. Your knuckles are all pale. It's safe here, so you can put it down, okay? Unless you got stolen relics in that suitcase, but this cat can't be right. I don't care if you stole relics. Sometimes you need some relics. You know what I mean? Who am I to judge? Paimon looking out for people again. Paimon haters always ignore her, by the way. Like, she constantly is looking out for everybody around her, and they always go, I cannot see. Still, Paimon sure it's gotta be full of valuable items. Not really, just some things I need to say goodbye before leaving. Huh? It's nothing. You and your sister have vastly different personalities, so they're mentioning your sister as well. They seem to know her as well, right? What did you say? I mean, have you met my sister? Did you come here before? So the Hilda you mentioned before really is... Because again, didn't they say before, like, oh, like you, they acted like they knew her, right? He's now young Zetland. Yeah, like her name or whatever. This place is safe. We can take our time talking about your sister. Shameless fellow. Hilda called you Grandpa. What? I couldn't tell you how many years ago I was born. Still, I have heard you all speak of an age long past when the gods waged war across the land. In my time, there was no gods living in our land at all. Have you ever seen an angel? That makes you a great-great-great-grandpa. Wait, that makes you a great-great-great-great-grandpa, Grandpa Astoria. Wait, so this is Hilda. So, I couldn't tell you how many years ago I was born. Still, I've heard you all speak of an age long past when the gods waged across the land. In my time, there was no gods on living lands. So they're saying that that's her great-great-great-great-grandfather? Nay, nay, once you get here, all caught within stagnant space-time, saints and commoners, wise and foolish, young and old, there's no difference. So everyone becomes equal once you're here because everyone's caught in the same space and time. That's to say, don't call me Grandpa. Then let's call each other whatever we want. I'll call you Grandpa Story and you can call me Young Hilda. She was a good lass, but for some reason she always looked a little gloomy. Indeed. What's happening here? Wait, is the suitcase? Are they after the suitcase? No way! Stop getting sentimental. Zealand's suitcase has been stolen. Give it back! It got away. This is gonna be a difficult chase. That's because we're standing here. Run! What do we do? What? Oh, drat, it's getting away. Sits down. Don't let this get to you, Zealand. I have a theory. Wonder, come with me. Whatever you need, we'll get that suitcase back. Huh? Temple Spice Memory Core. Offer memory factors collected during your event. Genshin, keep the text up for at least 3 seconds. How is it still happening in these world quests? Please, Genshin. Okay, when exploring the temple space, you will sometimes find we did find a few of them, right? Wait, you will also find scattered memories. Wait, is this like it's a reward system? That's pretty cool. Okay, we don't have enough yet, though, like. We need 20 to get some rewards. That's some good rewards, though. Some fragile resin and 50 gems? I'll take that. You kidding me? That's a really good reward system. In fact, hold on one second here. How do we get that? So the suitcase was stolen. Am I right in saying there that they were saying that like that's her that I don't get the Hilda stuff that much here, so I might actually like I might actually record this part, even though I think people are like, how you have it, like. But I'll record it just in case, just so I can talk about it, just so we can kind of ascertain it. They said like something about like. Was she joking about him being a grandfather, or? We might as well offer something, right? See what it looks like. Again, we're back into World Quest mode where you guys will be helping me with like a large portion of this stuff for sure. Ability improved. The current memory core level has been increased but to 1, which has unlocked a segment to a domain treasure compass. Exploration ability in the present area can display current areas. Okay, cool. So we have like a new item here. We should equip it, right, just to have it. For sure, right? Oh, we can get more rewards? Oh, well, that's the first rewards. Yeah. So we have a new item. I can find treasure, I guess. Oh, it gives you a location of the chest. Look on the map. Is that very cool? So we have to find a way to get upstairs in some way. It's an unbelievably beautiful location, though, it really is. But yeah, at some point in the next bit, we're going to be stopping our playtime. But like I said, it's one of those things where, like, I'll be back next week for this as well.
Night falls.
To play more of this. Again, I don't know if it'll be 2 parts, 3 parts. I'm not sure. We'll see what it is next week. It could be 1 big part next week. Again, just the way we do things, we like to explore. We like to, you know,
Not to be
be in awe of things. I like to like take everything in. It just wouldn't. It would not work for a. For me, it wouldn't work. Just if I did this all in like.
Annihilation.
If I did this all in one go, it would take like hours.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my
This is good practice, though.
Close your eyes. Fear the dark. Be silent. Close your eyes.
One with nature.
Surge. Insulation chamber.
Yeah. Oh, we were supposed to defeat those guys? Okay, I was just doing it for fun. With the suitcase just placed there? It's placed so neatly too. Are they collecting it? Oh, thank goodness. Zealot is adorable. The little, yeah. With her fists pump. Looks like we only recovered a smaller part of Lynn's stuff, though. Then it is as I suspected. Your suitcases and everything aside has been classified as relics of his age. Whoa, so they were collecting it in some way, for some reason. The rest were likely dispersed and placed over in other areas. Don't worry, Zealand, we'll find them together. Thank you all. Then shall I tell you about the themed areas? Okay, then tell us. I'm listening. Besides people like us, some landscapes and relics, even ecosystems were also uplifted to this place. The temple was originally meant to preserve them as segments of human culture, though some gradually developed their own functions. Take, for example, the Liyue Academy from ancient... Oh my god, that's so beautiful. From ancient Liyue has now become an area devoted to art and painting. That is so cool. I know, like, again, there's, like, you know, side effects to, like, collecting other things and, like, freezing them in time. So it preserves segments of human culture, and then they developed their own functions. This became like a kind of like devoted to art and painting, which makes sense with Liyue, which I guess that was like a Liyue painting we saw there earlier. There's the Venepi and a laborer who once hauled stone from the mausoleum of King Desrit. Look at the sand as well. Under orders, you built a desert-style complex called the Desert Pavilion. Last, my personal favorite is the Maphavilla Chamber. Besides ancient texts, it also contains new novels written by some of the uplifted. This is like what you imagine a world would be like in terms of like a magical world that has like everything as a you know, it's like, oh, this is the painting world. This is, you know, we took this from this place. Like, it's a really like cool idea. But since the purpose of the temple space is preservation rather than evolution, they were also the first to face punishment. So if we go to this place, we can find aliens, this stuff alien lost, right? You could also free those areas and rescue the others, if it's not too much trouble, of course. Oh, Historia, that's gonna run you extra. So because they were about... I'm guessing they were punishment... The punishment came from the idea that when they were trying to preserve the old ways of doing things here. So when they tried to like progress things by making things like, you know, new and fresh with the painting and the different worlds and bringing stuff here, they were punished for that? I won't put it like that. We should go help everyone and find my things along the way. Your personal effects are of utmost importance here, Lind. You are, after all, someone who lives in the present. This place is but an anthology of the past. It has no future, whereas you still have yours. That makes your needs the most important. Do you understand? So I keep rereading this stuff, but
Your personal effects are the most important, and you are, after all, someone who lives in the present. Right. So what they're saying is not saying that her, like, in general is like this chosen one. They're saying that, like, because this is like just a place where we gather all stuff from the past, it has no real future or progress. Your stuff matters because it legitimately is someone who is like still lives now and has a future. In the end, a living person may amount to nothing more than a name on a gravestone. Even so, a name carries countless memories as well as the stories of the strength passed on through them, young Zealand. Let us return and rest for now. I suspect you still have many questions. Of course. So many questions. So that's chapter 1 done, which actually would be like a good place to maybe end it, right? Like the first episode.
How the world has changed.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Might I
then maybe we can look
ask,
around the
when
town a
did
bit
the
more before we
custom
go
of
further.
placing
So
treasure
investigate.
chests
Oh, you
in
have
every
to
nook and
liberate all these different
cranny
areas.
come
Yeah,
into fashion?
I think it's a good place in the first part, like to cut off in the right place anyway, and then come back in the next one and do some more stuff. And then what we can actually do is, it's only 10%, man. Holy crap, we're gonna have some stuff to explore here as well. We really are gonna have some stuff to explore later. Like, I don't think chapter 1 has even dented the story. I really don't think so. Like, if chapter 1 was like that long for me to go through, and again, we were exploring. We did walk here and all this stuff too, 110%. But you're talking like, I think like what, an hour and 20 minutes for one part. That means I can suspect that, like, you know, the other parts will be very long as well. If that's for true. That is, as they say, for true. Here's the thing, I don't know if this is going to be like a 3-chapter thing, like sometimes it is, sometimes there'll be like an epilogue or whatever as well, I'm not sure. But I think it is like one of those, oh my god, there's even like a creature from Sumeru up there, like one of those like, not mushroom creatures, what are they called? There really is like places and segments from all the different parts of the world here. But yeah, we're gonna do it in parts, we're gonna do it in like the most comfortable way possible. Wrong thing, how do I get out of here? Oh yeah, this thing as well. Mondstadt. We're gonna do it in the most comfortable way possible. If that makes sense. We could check out the boss, right? We could definitely check out the boss as well. But I also want to just look around the port 1 second is here as well. It's honestly gonna feel like maybe in some ways, I know this is a weird thing to say about a playthrough that's not even that old. It's gonna feel like the older parts of maybe the Genshin playthrough where it's like, hey, let's just do this world quest in parts, let's take our time. Because I remember like with the Aranara quest, like what happened was people were like, this quest killed me, which is totally understandable. But the way I did it is like, I did it like maybe like one part every week. So I ended up being like, this is incredible. Same with all the Fontaine stuff as well. It's like I did like one part like every week sometimes, or maybe even sometimes every 2 weeks, and it ended up being like, oh my god, this is like so incredible. Because I feel like, you know, it's like one of those things where like it's, oh my god, this port is incredible. You do it in your own way, right? Everyone has to play their own way, and that's the best thing about it as well. This is so gorgeous, man. Genshin had legitimately like introduced an area here, which might be one of my favorite locations ever. It's so incredible. Yeah, the music, everything. Again, when I say like, I hope whenever I say something, because you guys know I always compare stuff to JRPGs because that's the genre like I grew up with. That's the genre I still play. It's the genre of game I love. Right now, I'm legitimately playing through Final Fantasy Tactics. I am like. If you want to know why Subnautica is there, by the way, I bought it because we're going to be Let's Playing at some point, same with Inscription. But yeah, like, they're big things for me. I love JRPGs, right? So when I say this is a compliment, this feels like the second JRPG town you come to. The first JRPG town you come to is either usually a small village or maybe it's a big city where you come from. And then the second place you go to is like, this usually a very like, it's not all the time, but like sometimes this is very comforting, beautiful place that shows off the colors of the world. It shows off like, you know, how charming the world can be. And it's like, oh my god, it's incredible. And this is what it feels like. It's insane. Like, I mean, look at this. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, we can check out the boss, right? We can check out the boss before we go into like conversational mode, because we will be going to conversational mode as well. We'll head over here. Probably go to, oh my god, even the grass over here. We already been here, but like in the daytime, it's really pretty too. Let's heal up our characters first. Oh my god.
This is so gorgeous, man. Oh, we're already healed up. Okay. I love a port town. I love a port town. Can I say something that's actually a dream of mine? I want to live, like, in a harbor town. I know people are going to say, Calvin, it actually sucks and the weather is terrible and, like, you know, it can be, there's, like, no opportunities and all this. Oh, my God, where the hell is this? What in the hell is happening here? Okay. That looks like a symbol of like space and time or something like that over there. Like when I say like the it looks like a symbol of the symbols we saw up in the clouds. I think I might refrain from fighting that until the end of this world quest because that legitimately looks like a, like, you know, like one of those cross symbols. So I'm worried that it might be a boss that, like, you know, we have to fight ourselves here as well. Look at that guy just walking over here. Because I remember seeing stuff like that in Leeway. Yeah, here. There it is. Yep, exactly this. Yep. Stuff like this, you know what I mean? So, like, I thought Inazuma at first, but I was like, no, like that, like, I remember seeing stuff like that in Leeway, yeah, exactly like that. This whole quest, like, blew my mind just starting off because, like, again, it feels so natural in this game always when we go to, like, a new area, when we get, like, introduced to new quests, because, like, we usually get to, like, you know, like, whether it's a summer event or whether it was, like, the going to any new location, they do a good job of making it feel like the world was not made just for that quest, and the world is, like, living and alive. Even the Enka quest is like, the Enka quest feels like it's a quest within Enka, not like Enka is a place made for this quest. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. It's kind of like they're not crafting a world around us, or they're not creating a world just for a quest, right? They're creating a world that is also has quests in it. In terms of Dornman Port, I mean, by the way. I hope that makes sense, because I know the other place was like a very questy place too as well. But like, it's a really fantastic location just off the bat. Dornman Port, gorgeous, amazing. I absolutely like was stunned by how beautiful and how charming it was, like the cobblestones, the windmills, the port section of the town, how everyone's like just going about their daily lives, how beautiful and absolutely just stunning this location truly is. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And then like they started off with like what a way to draw me in terms of like a quest, by the way. Maki, Maki's the freaking guy we talked about at the start of the quest at the thing. Yes, that's who it was. Maki was the guy at the start of the quest, who we met at the start of Dornman Port. Yeah, okay, I remember that. But yeah, just an incredible location. We started off this whole quest with like an intriguing story about the ghosts in like a sanatorium. I am a big fan of horror, so this like drew me in. But what I love about like being a fan of horror is that once we got to the location, instantly I was like, this isn't a horror story. Which I think is actually like a strength of like being a big horror game fan, is that like you can always like sniff like, oh, they're not going for horror here, right? And it's when I got to the graveyard, you could probably tell I was like, yeah, this isn't like it's not spooky or like scary. It's just kind of peaceful. It kind of changed things almost instantly. Like, yes, the house in the distance was like, this is very horror, but then like I feel like intentionally so once you got there was like, no, this is more like emotional than anything. We met the guy you were talking to, the old man. He was saying that he saw like the ghost of the little girl, but in fact it was Zetland who was there, who looks exactly like her sister, who was staring at the graveside of her sister as well as she was trying to find something as well. In the process of this, we got visited by Nilita, who, let's just be honest here, intrigued the traveler, intrigued us like almost instantly, because they had those red blocks that we're so used to seeing now at this stage, that were the things that transport the traveler through time himself into the future and 500 years into the future, or at least like, you know, that's what we presume happened as well. And that's what also happened to Zetland here too, and it happened so suddenly. And that's what's so funny about Genshin, by the way. Genshin will like, you know, have like these big lore points in the game where it's like, oh, this is like mysterious, this is really mysterious. But then once it like shows you those things, it's like, let's like open up the book. You know, the example I always give is like Alice. Once Alice was shown for the first time in physical form, they were like, you're gonna get like so much Alice. Once Nicole was shown, you're getting so much Nicole. Like, and I do kind of like that about Genshin, is that like they will have like these big mysteries and these big like things like, oh, what's it gonna look like, what's it gonna be, what's the story gonna be, how it's gonna relate to this, like this big lore that's like everyone's debating about for months, and then they will just show it and be like, yeah, now we're just gonna give it to you. You know what I mean? And it feels always very natural. But yeah, the Zetland character basically said that he was looking for us and wanted us to like have an audience up here in the Temple of Space. And this intrigued the traveler, of course, because when we hear the word space, as we said at the start of this, we do think of like obviously the Shades trailer and the way they like talked about Asmodee. We do think of like the fact that like we're in a space and time when it came for the our relationship with our sister and like the heavenly principles and all this stuff as well. During the last Dane quest, we think of the fact that we came from freaking space. You know, like we think of all these things. And I think that's like, and also the traveler sees like his arm and sees like the things that transport in the future. Of course, the traveler's going to be interested and intrigued in going forward with this stuff too. Of course he would be. Really great motivator to get the traveler just to go right away, by the way. Really great motivator. As we get there, we go to this beautiful location. It's absolutely gorgeous. This amazing location with this amazing music in the background. We see these like glass containers for like, murals from like Liyue. We see like, you know, different artifacts from different worlds. We see like frozen in time creatures from Fontaine. We see stuff from Remuria. Like we're seeing all this stuff here like in glass containers and like, again, and we see like Sumeru plants as well. And this is why I think Genshin is, again, so good at like environmental storytelling and like, and leading you towards like an answer, because if they had these things in like painting frames, you might think it's more of like a, like, oh, this is just like a magical, like, you know, it is magical, but like, you know, you wouldn't think like zoo. But I thought zoo, first of all, because I thought of like, you know, the glass container covering like some sort of exhibit. Now, again, I want to make it clear, zoos shouldn't freeze things in time like a memory, but I meant more just like in the glass containers. So like we taught like exhibit, zoo. And then of course they kind of confirmed that later on that it was kind of like in like exhibits, right? Like the different things like this as well. That are here to house like memories. But it's such a great introduction, like, and again, it allows you to be like, what's this? Oh my god, look at this, that's amazing. It's like a really incredible thing. It's amazing, it really is. We meet up with Astoria, right? Astoria is is a character that like mentioned that like they had to strike back, they were being punished. But he said he came from the age of the Dragon King, which, like, to me, is Nibelung, right? Nibelung is what I would think when I'm thinking of that as well. But he said that we were coming here to reinforce him. So obviously they're going through some sort of turmoil in some way, shape, or form. He seemed to, like, know us as well, or at least, like, be aware of us in some way, shape, or form as well. He talked about Escher paintings, and he even mentioned how if we were tough as, like, soldiers from Remuria, which I think is, like, also, like, a really... interesting way of showing like two things. I think like obviously the references to ancient civilizations, like he's referencing civilizations and ages and all this stuff too, which means that there is like a big emphasis on the idea of memories and keeping things intact here, and also comparing us to like a Romarian soldier. Like they were tough soldiers, they were powerful, and that's kind of the level of strength to give. So there's obviously indications here already where you're like, okay, he's talking about Remuria, he's talking about Nibelung. There's some stuff here to do with the past and memories and all this stuff that's kind of rolled into one here. Like a really great conversation there as well that gives you kind of indication of like his mindset. He talks about how this was like the one sacred hall of the god of space, but they left. And after the god of space vanished and they couldn't find them, the stewards also departed in more ways than one. One fell to earth, I think, and the other one... fell into madness. I think it's Melentia and Alita, and they both watched over the world at one point from the Hall of Space. But they obviously like now things have changed, and I think Melentia is the one who is purging the world of the changes that have happened in this world. And in terms of the changes, what had happened here is that different sections from different civilizations, different ancient civilizations, different worlds were selected and put here as like living memories to be contained in these exhibits. But this is not what it always was supposed to be in this location. That's what they're saying anyway. It wasn't supposed to be. So Melentia wants to change that and bring it back and revert it back to what it originally was. Before it was like this thing where, as Paimon described it, where there were stickers all over it and like light novels put into the different sections and stuff like that too. He wants to like make it like, I guess, pure in some ways as well. He was mentioned as well that the god of space's sisters also brought interesting things to the temple, and it was like in... it was like an offering of some kind to like you give pardons and things like this too. So like this is how things were like brought here as well, and like the different civilizations were like created different civilizations were brought here as like memories, and we saw that with the Fontanian thing. We saw it later on with the stones of King Dedra. Someone brought us the stones from King Dedra's temple here. There was stuff from Liyue here, which is gorgeous. That freaking I don't know what you call it, like this, the wooden structure in the distance with the fog in the background looks so incredible as well. But yeah, Malentia's punishing people and purging people for going along or like trying to like protect, I guess, maybe the idea of these like living memory situation. He wants everything to revert back, and if anyone goes against that, they do get purged, which may be why he wants us to strike back against this as well. I did also like screenshot a few things here as well, which we can look through it too. I went back and screenshot other things from the video as well, as you can see here. But the screenshots I would like to look at first of all. What's this here? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. But really, we'd want to look at this first, right? So just to confirm what we're saying here, let's see where it is here as well. So the temple's laws in order to draw onto collapse, making it trivially matter, and we have to help him out in this situation. So we have to smash a few crappy guards and rescue friends. I think rescuing the friends is also rescuing people from the different like spaces. We talked about the place of King Desert and all this stuff as well. We were looking for the god, which is what Paimon says. Like, yeah, do you know where we can find that god? Let's see what we're looking for here. Here's another part as well. So you need, yeah, we're talking about the idea of like finding that god, sending Zealand back. Yeah, they fell from grace and departed. That's what happened to the stewards. Malentia grew severe with us, and he did not send them all around, but he descended to madness, and that's when he started punishing people and purging people. Nolita was the one who fell from grace and fell down to the earth. Let's see what else we have here as well. Well, the first part will be here. Yeah, that we took as well, yeah. There were two of them. The divine pillars washed over, yes, from the pillar of the hall of space. The temple of space selects people and objects from specific historical age or now vanished civilizations, use them as small as possible segments. Once elevated, the chosen are preserved as living memories forever. But that doesn't sound like a happy fate. It sounds actually very cruel. The reason we're sitting here being like, oh, that's so cool, but like obviously like it's a very like crazy thing at the same time too. It was not originally designed as this eternal paradise or heaven. And as I said here with the god stitches as well. And then Malentia, driven by longing for his creator, reversed all the rules to the original form. He began purging everything that had changed, punishing everyone who broke from precedent. So he started purging all the different changes and maybe purging all the living memories as well. Is that what we're getting at here? And then he's longing for his creator, which means like he's longing for the creator of this world, the god of space as well, I guess. People tried to get to safety, and now they have to fight their way through to save anyone we know. Okay, I guess we got that right. I guess we did get that right. And the stuff I screenshotted here was just like this phrase here, which is a realm not reserved for the old, the dead, the rich, or poor. Once you're in this place of this like living memory state, like it doesn't matter who you are and how old you are. The screenshot I took here was him talking about the idea of he didn't know how old he was, and it was actually a joke when she said like, you know, you're a grandpa, by the way. I believe it was a joke. And then you tell it here again, there's no difference between the differences in the world as well. And then they also describe to us the idea that there is like different worlds here brought from different places, and they all have different functions. Like say the leeway places for art, which I think is such a great idea. And honestly, like it's very like classic video game to me in like the best way possible. Like I love the idea that we're gonna get to like maybe explore these different worlds and look at these different worlds and have a, you know, a different experience in every single one of them going forward when it comes to this quest. Like, it's a really exciting thing for me. Like, I'm really, I'm buzzing to think about, like, what we could see in this. Like, especially if we go into the King Desert place, the Leeway place looks absolutely incredible. The place with all the books that are stacked up as well. It's a really cool idea, if you're talking about the idea of a temple of, like, space, to have all these different worlds contained into one, right? It's a really cool idea. Like these living exhibits. Again, it's a horrible thing when you think about the idea of like those two creatures like trapped there forever in that Fontanian cage or whatever, or even like, you know, containing plants there forever and all this stuff too. The Romarian statues, but like as like an actual story and like an actual thing that we're looking at and we're observing, it's actually one of the most interesting things they've ever done. Having like this whole location be like an exhibit to places that we would know and lore that we would know and civilizations that we've heard of, whether it be Remeria or, King Desert's mausoleum and, Leeway and Fontaine and all these places. Like, it is really, really, like, instantly striking because we know these places. And then just, like, simple, again, it seems simple, but it's actually crazy as well at the same time too. Someone just, like, wanting to keep these places, like, as exhibits to, like, these worlds. And it's not just ancient civilizations that are lost, too. It's also the idea of, like, it's not just fallen civilizations, it's civilizations in general. So there's like places here that are like really reminiscent of all these locations too. Again, story-wise, so interesting, so incredible to think about, so incredible to look at. It's so like, it messes with the mind, but at the same time too, looks really pretty when you see these things. And then like gameplay-wise, like a classic gameplay, you're telling me to go to 3 different like temples and like free some people and save some people. I am 100% so on board for that, so excited to do that as well. It seems so interesting. And talking about the actual opening title screen thing, which I think is an absolutely incredible thing, the opening title screen, the opening cutscene thing. Obviously, as I said, like at the bare minimum, this is like a reminiscent thing of like what the opening cutscene was. And we know from the Shades trailer that there is like a reference to the idea of Asmodee. And I have to go back and watch like, it all again, but like, it definitely feels like that's what they're kind of like relating this to. I think it is like the idea when they talk about Asmodee, they did talk about her in the context of like space. It has the same things as the stuff that sent us into the future around the creatures, in the fire pyres, everything. Everything is like very reminiscent of the start of this game. This world quest is about to be already is related to the stuff that happened to us at the start of the game. And I think that's like a really already mind-blowing thing. Already are we sitting here kind of like buzzing about what's going to happen next with a fear of what's going to happen next, but at the same time too, like excitement about what's about to happen next. I absolutely adore that Genshin will do this sometimes. Genshin will just drop you in the middle of like a whole thing, just randomly. And it really feels like sometimes they go like, oh, you enjoying the game? And then like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, in a way that's kind of like, yes, I'm enjoying it. Like, it's incredible. And in this case, it is like a really insane moment. It's an insane thing when we saw the arm of the Nility soldier for the first time, the one of the watchers, one of the people that watched over, I forget what they called them, the Guardians. And then when we saw the city that looked exactly like the opening title screen, and not exactly, obviously there's those blue towers that I don't remember, and of course like it's different railings, but like, come on, like, even if it's like not one-to-one of like my memory, like, as I said, the bare minimum, it's like reminiscent. The bare minimum, it's reminiscent. It means that I think we're about to get a lot of story and lore relating to Asmodee. I think we're getting a lot of story and lore related to the powers that sent us into the future. And obviously we already have some lore on this area in general, and like the Temple of Space and stuff like this as well, and like what they were doing in this location too. But this is going to be crazy. This is going to be a really crazy thing. It's awesome. It's absolutely incredible to see this. It feels like one of those moments of like, this is a moment in time, right, in Genshin, which happens like occasionally, because Genshin always has amazing stories, but there's also those quests and those things where it's like, guys, this is it. Everything feels like it's about to change. And even if it's like things don't change drastically, it's going to change our perception maybe of like that opening cutscene, or maybe the power that sent us into the future. All this stuff is probably going to like change in some ways, or at least maybe like reinforce some feelings as well, 110%. But it definitely 110% to me, and I think probably to you guys too, Asmodee, the stuff that happened in the start where we got sent to the future, space and time in general, and all this stuff that's going to be like really like put into this. I'm buzzing about this. I'm terrified about this, but I'm buzzing about this at the same time. It's exciting. It's exciting but terrifying. It's exciting but amazing. It's exciting but like also I'm absolutely terrified, as I said. I'm even jumbling over my words now just thinking about it. I feel this is amazing. Like, and here's the thing, right? Like, for me, as I was going through the world as well, like, I kind of wanted to give attention to, like, the whatever they're trying to tell us. So, like, I didn't want to just, like, constantly just be like, well, what about this? Because, again, I'm not a lore head, as you guys know. I love lore, but, like, I love it in more of a... I would say I love it in, like, a half-casual, half, like, lore enthusiast sense. But you guys agree with that, right? Where, like, I get into the lore, but I'm not always, like, talking about it and always, like, really, like... expanding upon it constantly. So for me, like, obviously I come with things from like emotions and characters and all that stuff as well, but that doesn't change the fact that like I know this is something that like is huge for the traveler and huge for us. You know what I mean? And, you know, we've been thinking about this since... And again, I don't think about it every single week, but, like, there's no doubt about it that, like, if you talk to any Genshin fan, if I met a random Genshin fan, they go, what do you think about that opening cutscene? Like, man, like, you know, the fact that, like, we're calling back to, like, the opening cutscene now is very Genshin, as I said, to just randomly drop it in a world. Not randomly, but you know what I mean? Like, to just drop it in the world quest. And we might not even get full explanations about everything. We might even get, like, full stories about everything or anything like that, or a full understanding of all that powers. We might not. But at the very least, there's an excitement in the air about this. There's excitement, for sure. The Sanatorium, also a great location, too. It's really fantastic. But yeah, guys, this is just absolutely incredible. Like, what a great... And I love the way it's built upon, like, ancient ruins as well, showing that it is, like, an older area, but, like, obviously it's, like, been built into, like, the side of something here. Look at this guy's taking a picture. What a great shot there as well. Me next. Sorry, we're doing a photo shoot. Me next. Okay. We have to do this for passport photos. Me next. Okay. Okay, we took your photo. I didn't hear a click. I got limited film and, like, she's paying me for the day. I'll pay you. In what? In... Listen here, you. Listen up. Shut up. Be quiet. Oh, look at this area over here, too. Wait! There's Lowen! Is that going to be a quest, or what do you think? Let's check. Lowen's here! Which poor unfortunate soul should I drop in on next? What are you up to? The perfect time, Ariana. I was just hoping to get a second opinion. Would you mind helping me brainstorm a bit? Tell me which of these sounds more like a stress reliever. Roasting electro slimes over an open fire, or freezing hydro slimes. I love the sound of electro slimes being blown into the air, but there's something satisfying about the feel of a blade plunging straight into the solid block of ice. Why not start by freezing hydro slimes, then roast some electro slimes with the pyro? That's an inspired idea. We must really go and try that together sometimes, don't you think? Well, how about give him a quest? Let's go. Give him a hangout quest. Such an interesting character. Again, how alive does the world feel there? You know what I mean? How alive does that feel? The fact that Lowen's just hanging out here. He's not a part of a quest right now. He's just there. Like, this is his job. You know? He's just doing stuff. So freaking cool. Yeah, so my final thoughts on all this, of course I say final thoughts when, like, you know, we are, like, just in chapter 1. More of it coming next week. But my thoughts on this right now are pretty much that this is an unbelievable new location. A beautiful introduction to, like, a new quest that we're doing here as well. And I'm super, super excited to see, like, where this could go in the future. It's exciting on a lore level, of course, but like it's one of those times in Genshin where, like, on a gameplay level, it's like, I can't wait to explore these places. I can't wait to look at what these places look like. I can't wait to see what the conclusion of each, like, miniature quest is going to be. It's a truly exciting time in this, like, Genshin world, and I couldn't be more ecstatic to see what we're going to see here, guys. I am buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm going on to record other stuff now after this, but next week I'll be back on World Genshin, and I appreciate you guys so much for coming along for this journey as always. It is always going to be a game that, like, means the absolute world to me, of course, but I think it's one of those things that, like, you know, I'm just happy that, like, I'm still, like, over 2 years later, 2 years and, like, 3 months, I'm still loving Genshin. I'm still getting world quests like this. I'm still getting excited over Genshin like this as well. It's super, super exciting. Guys, if you want to see these videos early, you can see them on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever it is in your currency. This video came out on Friday this week. And it came out Friday evening as well. If you want to get your name in the text credits it's going by right now on YouTube members or Patreon, that's €10. Or whatever it is in your currency. And if you want to hear your name, I should say, being read out every single video, that is €15 or whatever it is in your currency. And all of that really helps out as well, guys. It's always a really, really immense help for the channel, and lets me, like, do this stuff right as well. It gives me, like, that cushion to be able to, like, you know, do more stuff like this. Thank you so much to first the patrons of the highest tier, that being Ty Pharaoh 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hike Sperian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See you guys so soon. Bye bye.